Okay guys, we're picking up on 206, moving a region to different tracks to change effects patches. Time to test drive some of the electric guitar presets already in the timeline to hear the dramatic differences between them. While you're at it, you can glance at the library to see which amp models are used for each effect, or show the pedal board to see the current pedal effects chain. Let's move the guitar region to some of the empty tracks to hear how the riff sounds with different guitar patches. If you select the track header for the new track containing the region, you'll see the Smart Controls setting. Oh, and just for fun, one of the tracks has a bass guitar amp model and sound. You'll figure it out because it will be identified as such in the library, and there won't be a pedal board for the track. So number 1, start playback and drag the single take region down one track to hear the modern stack sound. Alright, we moved it to modern stack. Let's hear it. Still clean. There's a lot of compression on it that I can hear, and it's a slightly overdriven, not much, but a ton of compression. There will be a slight delay after you move the region to the new track before the new sound switches to the new effects preset, and that's something I didn't do. It wanted me to press play first, so let's press play first, then drag it. Yeah, that's good. It says click the track header for the modern stack track to see its screen controls and the presets in the library. Alright, clicking it. Number 3, drag the region to the third stack called Clean Studio Stack. Then click the track header to see the related patch and controls. You may have noticed it also sounds very clean. It should. All the effects are turned off, and it is, after all, called Clean Studio Stack. You can modify the sound later, but for now, keep going to the next track. So let's listen. Alright, so that changed to a Marshall style amp. Moving over to page 207, it says drag the region to the fourth track called Surfin' in stereo and click the track. Totally tubular, dude. Well, let's find out if it is. The patch transformed Chad's riff right into a vintage surf movie soundtrack riff. Well, let's listen real quick. It says check out the screen controls. The only effects that are turned on are tremolo and reverb. That means the surf sound is coming from some gnarly stomp box effects. Number 5, it says click the pedal board button in the Smart Controls, continue playback, hover your pointer over the router panel to see the router effects in the chain. So here we go, pedal board. So we've got 3. It says overdrive, delay, and tremolo. Overdrive, delay, and tremolo. That's what we're using there. Interesting. It says with the 3 stomp boxes, only the tremolo is turned on, as indicated by the red LED light. That means the other pedals are in place to further enhance the surf sound as needed. Now, I want to point this out. Yes, that's the red light right there. This one right here, there's a blue light here, but this delay pedal is not on. What this blue light is doing is it's syncing the delay time to the beats per minute of 78 beats per minute. That's a really important thing when you set up your delay pedals and when you're playing electric guitars, to make sure that that delay, or that echo, if you will, is at the same time as your beats per minute. Otherwise, it's going to throw everything off. It sounds horrible. But the delay pedal is not on. If I wanted to turn it on, I'd click that, and you see that red light illuminates. All right, 208, number 6, it says click the on switches for the overdrive and delay effects to hear all 3 pedals in action. Definitely a much edgier surf sound. And then we're going to close the pedal board afterwards. So here we go. Closing the pedal board now. Number 7, it says start playback if needed and move the region to the last test track. Wide, wide, wah. Now that's a serious heavy metal sound that Anders, the virtual drummer, would appreciate. So let's check it out. Moving this to wide, wide, wah. It says a sound that big must have a massive amp, but take a look at the track icon in the library. That's a little amp. So that little thing creating such a monster sound, really? So the amp must be getting a lot of help from the pedal board. Well, yes it is. So open the pedal board and let's look. Here's the pedal board, opening it up. We've got a wah pedal, we've got monster fuzz, and we also have delay. Moving over to 209, it says stop playback and close the pedal board. It says now that you've had a taste of the electric guitar patches and stop box sounds you can generate in GarageBand, let's look at the last piece of the effects puzzle, the amps. So I'm closing that out. We will pick up on the amps in the next video.